Hey now guys, it's me. It's Knockout21. How are y'all doing today? Hope you guys enjoyed that little quick drawing I made. It took me like 2 days. Some of the stuff didn't come out right, so I kept on going back and forth. But I'm pretty sure with a little bit more practice, I could probably get it looking right. I really didn't like how the feet turned out, or the hands. But that's besides the point. As you can see in the video or the title, it's mostly me talking about it. Try to consider this a Sega fanboy's perspective on Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo. You see, I never played this game before. I think I got maybe 5-6 minutes of it in at a gaming convention last year, and my girlfriend was way into it. She grew up with this game, so she knows like all the rooms. She knows how to like 100% the whole thing. And me, I kept on dying, and all the footage you see here is mostly of her because my gameplay looks like garbage. So if something good is happening on screen, it's her. Me, if you see something bad happening on screen, like dying consistently, that's most likely me. But yeah, take this as a Sega fanboy's perspective on a classic SNES title. Now, I did not grow up with the Super Nintendo. I mostly got stuck with the Sega Genesis, Sega 32X, and the Sega Game Gear. So anything Nintendo back in the day, I did not really got my hands on too often. My cousins did have a Super Nintendo, but I hardly even touched the thing. So yeah, eventually I came around looking at my girlfriend's collection because she knows I'm a big retro gamer, and I saw her having this game, and I asked if I could borrow it. So of course, being the sweet darling that she is, she let me borrow it for a couple of days, and that's when I proceeded to play it. The battery died and I couldn't save my progress, so I asked her permission if I could change the battery out, and she said alright, and that's what I did. And then I went ahead and burned my fingers a couple of times trying to solder in this very delicate piece of machinery into a small PCB. So yeah, I got it in there and I started to play the game. And overall, I was actually quite impressed. Granted, it's not as fast as a Sonic or a game like it. It's not what I was used to, which would probably explain why I would die a lot. But after a while, I got really used to it, and I had somewhat competent gameplay by the time I was done with it. I managed to beat King K. Rool after about half an hour of dying. So yeah, that didn't make me look too good. But overall, it was a really fun game. If I were to review this game, I would probably give it a B. Now you guys are probably wondering why I gave it a B and not something not like a A or whatever. Well, one, I did not grow up with this game. I'm looking at this through a Sega fanboy's perspective, a perspective of a person that played this game much later. And this game does have a flow, a feel to it, which I gotta give it props for, because a lot of games back in the day did not have that. Bubsy came to mind. Arrow the Acrobat to some degree was something like that. That I played well, but didn't have quite a flow to it. This game does have something like that, which I could get used to. However, why I wouldn't grade it any higher is because it's pretty linear. With Mario and with Sonic games, there are multiple paths. There's little detours you could take, and in this game, no, you go through a secret room and then you pop out just a little further down on the map. There's no secret levels, secret passages to other areas. It's just from point A to point B, generally speaking. And that's not to say it's a bad game. It's a pretty awesome time. It's just from Rare I expected a little bit more. Now I'm pretty sure they were just testing out new technology and whatnot, and that's all good. It's great, and the animation's great. The characters look fun and cartoony, and it's a wonderful game. The aesthetics are top class. Steady the art. Oh, for 16-bit terms. But why didn't give it anything higher? Well, now you know. However, I could see why a lot of the kids back in school were really way into this. It was a fresh new experience. The graphics look awesome. The animation was badass. And like I said before, the gameplay was fun. I could see why everyone was way into this. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it, guys. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And like always, have a good one. Take care, you guys.